Good evening.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name's Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And together we are Mitosu Crafts.
Yes, welcome to our channel. We're independent Stampin' demonstrators based in the UK.
What are we? Someone want to say that again. What are we?
We're independent Stampin' Up demonstrators based in the UK. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you'll be able to purchase current Stampin' Up products from our online shop. To use the current host code, which can be found on our website at mitosocrafts.com, to receive a handmade card from us the following month, or any extra gifts if your order qualifies, in the form of tutorial bundles designed by the Stamping Glam Squad and the Global Creative Project, which is a PDF and video tutorial. Previous bundles are available on our website. Different themes every month, and this month it is Sale-a-bration with mini bundle, and I used the amazing
that was my hint,
things.
wasn't it? I was wondering why he was looking at me, and I think so that was my hint. What are we doing?
Amazing silhouettes I used for our tutorial. Yeah, whichever, Barry. And yes, the Stamping Glam Squad is the ombre one, I think. And bundles to die for, which is again bundles from the mini catalog. We give away the projects that we create during the live stream as well, so give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and pop in a comment to be put into the random draw at the end or at the beginning of the live stream. And yes, that is it. So we'll do the random draw for this card, which I created on Wednesday. But before we do that, we'll say hello to those of you who have joined us already.
I did pop the link in above at the very top, so it's one of the very first comments. So if you want to go back in quickly and go and pop a comment in on this for this video, to win this one, go in there quickly because we will be doing it very, very soon.
Cool. So yes, we have Pat, hello, Connie. We also have Nola, Linda, Sandra, Debbie, hello, all the way from Ontario. Gian, hiya Gian. Nani Shasha. You have to do it. Shimmy shimmy. William, hello. We also have Mandy, our Madam Favor Request Counting Commissioner. Thank you so much. Lavinia. Chops. We also have Valerie, Sherry, hiya Sherry, Heather, Angie, Kathy, Sue. We also have Joanna, hello Joanna, Brandon, Mindy B, Sylvia, Maureen, Jackie, Susan, and Val. Thank you so much for joining us.
Lovely. So good. So yes, so if you would like to win this one here and you've popped a comment in already, then this is the card one of you is going to be winning right now. So we're going to go over to that, and then we're going to crack on with tonight's demonstration. Now I'm going to be using a Sale-a-bration item tonight, which is the Friendly Hello set, which was what we're going to be playing with this evening, which is a freebie set with a £90 order. So yeah, we're going to be doing some technique with this, or with one of the stamps out of this one anyway. So good. Right, let's go over to the draw.
Cool.
Any more?
No, no one likes that card.
Oh no, no one does. No, it's not many of you tonight.
Well,
so
yeah, more chances for those 21 comments. So good luck, everyone. Who's it gonna be? And the winner is Susan.
Susan, congratulations, Susan. If you would please email us. Details on the screen right now, Barry and Jay at mitosocrafts.com. Please pop today's date, the 6th of February 2022, in the subject line and the YouTube winner, and your full mailing address, please, in the body of the email, and we will pop that one to you very, very shortly. If you can do it tonight, then it'll go in the post tomorrow, because I'm doing post tomorrow.
That's what you said last time.
That's what I said last time. So yes.
Come on.
So good. Well done, Susan. That card, I just love it. Using that lovely designer series paper, which is also free with Sale-a-bration and his technique of stamping it. I think Susan, I think I saw you. Yeah, you were on here. So congratulations, Susan. That card is working its way over to you, if you like it, that is. So, as mentioned already, we're going to be using the Friendly Hello stamp set here, which is a Sale-a-bration item. So this does come bundled with a stamp set and designer series paper. So, but I'm not using the designer series paper this evening. I'm going to be just using the stamp set. But I'm actually just going to be using this one here and some of the smaller elements to create this card. And I'm going to be using some sentiments from some other dies as well, just to create something different. It's not different, but we haven't done this technique for a while, so we're going to be doing a little bit of embossing as well, which works really, really well with line art. So this works really, which is perfect for this because it's got line art and nothing to fill it in, so it works out perfect. So we do need, first things first, we are going to just grab my bits and bobs here. So I'm going to be creating a card here. I'm going to create my card base first, so I'm going to cut this down to our standard card size, which is 14.6 or 5 3/4 by 21, which is 8 and something, I think 8 1/4, and then score in half at 10.5 4 1/8 of an inch. Okay, and that is our card base created for this one. I'm also going to be working on some Pacific Point for this particular one, so I'm just going to cut this down to size. So I'm going to cut this down to initially, let's take this down to 13.6. I'm going to go 14.1 to start off with, and then I might take it down a fraction. So 14.1 by 10. Just want to check for the matte and layer out on this one right here. Yeah, I'm going to go down a little bit lower. I want to take that down to 13.6. by 9.5. Okay, so I'm just going to create myself just a very, very simple matte and layer. So there's not actually much needed for this card. We're just going to have some basic white, bit of colour, and then a bit of black and a bit of basic white for die cutting. Okay, and the only stamp which I'm going to be using is, as I said, is some of the smaller elements, the large one and some of the smaller elements. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of blending, so I'm going to grab my blending brush out here. But before I empty stuff off, what I need to do is I need to just prepare my table a fraction. I just need to bring in some plain paper to do some blending with the blending brushes right here. So I'm going to be doing some blending onto the cardstock. Okay. Let me just grab my bits and bobs here. So I've got that stamp. So I'm going to be, as I say, using that line art one right here, using the smaller line art one there, and then I've got these two tiny ones which I'm going to be using right here. Going to be using some Versamark and some Night of Navy and Pacific Point. Alright, so I'm just going to pop that all to one side for a second. So I'm going to be doing then there's two ways you can do this. You can either do your embossing first and then do your blending, or you can do your blending and then do your embossing, which is the way I'm going to do this. But it does come with some extra struggles because obviously the ink may be too wet. So we're going to hopefully try and show you how you can try and eliminate that live on camera. As well. So first things first is I'm going to be taking my actual Night of Navy. I'm going to try this slightly different. Shall I? I'm gonna. Oh, I'm now debating whether or not I go slightly different from my prototype, and we see how it is, and I do a portrait. Okay, I'm gonna go different from my okay, same principle, but I'm gonna pop a line in here, and I'm gonna do a bit of blending now. I'm gonna do some blending here on the kind of like the top kind of like on the top third right here. So I'm going to start off my page, and I'm just going to pop in, and I just want to darken a little bit of this. This works out quite nicely when you do it directly onto your cardstock, because you've got a nice blue foundation already, or whatever colour you're using. But obviously I could have gone with the same colour, which is Pacific Point, but it didn't. Obviously it darkened it a little bit, but it didn't darken it too much. I will be using Pacific Point just to soften out the edges a little bit here. And I'm just kind of basically putting in a darker line. And then we're done with that. That's that. Then I'm going to grab my Pacific Point. I'm going to use the same brush. And then I'm just going to do this on here, and I'm just going to kind of just soften it out a little bit. Okay, so I've just got that like so. There we have it. Alright, so it's just a hint of colour which we've got going on right there. Alright, now we're going to do some heat embossing on this. Now the problem is this wet's going to be still quite wet, so what you're going to need to do is you're just going to need to you're just going to need to now force dry it. And you're going to need something like the embossing buddy, or some kind of powder which you can pop on here just to take off any excess ink, any excess moisture from it. Or you do it earlier and then you leave it dry, or you can use a heat gun. So obviously we've got a heat gun here. Let's just zap this a little bit. But if you haven't got any of that, something like this, which you can then just pop on, just to take off some of that moisture. Okay, and we will check the moisture on this in a moment, if it is still sticky. So I'm just going to pop some powder on it and see if it sticks. If it does, then I won't do the embossing just yet. I'll go through and I will make sure it's dry. So I'm just going to grab a piece of card. Just to pop on, I'm going to grab my white. I'm going to make sure I am going to grab white because I grabbed clear earlier on. And I'm just going to pour some of this on just to see if it sticks. If it falls off nicely, so you can see it's still a little bit, it's grabbing around about here. So I'm just going to maybe just grab the heat tool. Oh no, I just spat on the card.
Ew.
Sorry.
You didn't have to say it. Say it, don't spray it.
We'll dry that off. There we go. It's dry now.
Lovely.
Okay, so we're just paying attention. I'm just gonna do this. Just to really get that nice and dry, because what we don't want is excess powder going around, but we're not compromising on that blue strip. You can see that blue strip is still here. Let's just make sure there's no moisture on there again. We're just it's naturally it's going to start sticking in places, but yeah, we're good. I'm happy with that. Because the areas it is sticking is we're going to we're going to pop the embossing, we're going to do some embossing on it anyway. All right, so I've just gone and prepped that cardstock again, and then I'm going to take my large stamp right here. Okay, and we're just going to ink up this larger one. And then I'm just going to then kind of just go round in the corners. Can you see on camera there, can you see that you've got that now clear line. So if you've never seen embossing before, heat embossing, what this is going to do, this is popping down a sticky ink, which is a clear sticky ink, which then when I pour some powder onto it, it is going to stick to the powder's going to stick to it, therefore allowing me to heat set it. Right, it's magical. Okay, so I'm just doing this in the four corners. Okay, so that's that one. So you can see there, you've got this lovely effect. Now we're going to repeat that with the smaller ones as well. Thank you so much, Debbie.
Oh wow, thank you so much.
And we're just going to fill in like these smaller pieces in those gaps. Okay, that's those ones, and we'll do the smaller ones as well, and we're kind of creating, it's a little bit difficult. Just creating a little floral piece here. Okay, so you can see there what we've gone and done right there.
What you gonna done? Wow.
That's it. I'm not actually going to use that one right here. Oh, shall I? Let's go. You know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. Don't know why I just said that. Let's just...
Everyone's loving the Pacific Point. And Karen said she likes the idea of the color base as well.
Yes. I did try. Well, I'll show you at the end, once I've done this, what I started off with, which then made me go to the coloured base because it was sort of like, don't like it. So... people talking about my hands. I can just see some comments coming in there. Should I be a hand model? Chase just said no. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're then going to take this and we're then just going to pour this powder on. So have something to catch your powder and then just place it on, and then you can see then that powder is catching to that sticky ink. It's amazing. I just love it. Okay, turn it round and then do the same the other side. Just pour this on. And don't be stingy. Just chuck it on there. Just kind of just really cover it, and As long as you've got something under it to catch it, it doesn't matter because you can decant it straight back into your pot, and then just go and just make sure you haven't missed any pieces. Try not to spit. Alright, and then we then just pop that back into, so nothing gets wasted, or very, very little gets wasted. Do make sure you pop your lid on before you do anything else, because you will spill it everywhere. Alright, so we've got that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to heat set this now. So I'm just going to get that heat tool out again in the set now. So this is this one right here. And I'm just going to then heat set this. And it's now going to go from this kind of like powder, and it's going to go shiny and... shiny and new. Shiny and white. Sorry, I've probably put that song in your head again. Alright, so who's singing? Go heat tool, and we'll do this. Magic. Okay, so that's the first. I just want to show you, see whether or not you can see the difference there. I don't know whether or not you can at the moment, but like on that one there, only half the flower is done. It kind of like goes from a, can't really, it's not really working too well, showing you too well on there, but you're gonna have to trust me. It's just magic. Okay, and that there has now embossed that, and has now got this nice lovely white embossing on it, and I think it works perfectly. It looks lovely with the against that blue background as well. So I'm just going to grab myself just a bit of tissue here. I'm just going to buff this off. So I'm going to show you the other two, which I've done off of camera right now, which I did earlier on my prototypes. So two ways you can do it. So the way that I've just gone and done this one is I've inked first, then I have then done the embossing powder on top of it, but you do run the risk that it could be a little bit wet, so you do need to make sure it's dry before you do it, so just check it. You can also do it this way here, which I done the heat embossing first, and then I did the strip afterwards. Now the only issue with that is that it's not come up too bad with this colour, but the colour does kind of like bleed and does stain the white. So because I've got this blue going down the middle here, the white bits in here are bluer than they are not as white, sorry, as the outside one. So it depends on if that's something you're in which is going to bother you, then you may want to do it this technique. If you're okay with this, then go ahead and do your heat embossing first and then do your inking, and that's another way around you can do it. I think you're going to need to play with some of the inks and see what actually happens. I think red is notorious for staining, isn't it, Jay? So if you're doing this with a red one, you might want to do it this technique rather than this one, because I think the white will pick up the red quite a lot. So that's that one. And then I did this one here, which was sort of my first one, which I tried to do, and I was using clear embossing powder on this one here, so you can see it's all shiny on the ends here. And I was trying to go with an emboss resist technique. Didn't like it, which is why I then ended up going for this one right here. So I didn't even continue with this. I didn't even go with my, what I say, Jay said, finish it, it will work out in the end, but I haven't, because I just don't like it. I just don't like how it's it hasn't gone as clear. What I need to do is you would need to get a Stamparatus and maybe do some double embossing to really give you a good layer of embossing there, and you can probably do a double emboss and then do your heat emboss resist. That may work potentially. I'm not sure if Jay's doing the card after this, but I'm not sure what technique he's doing, but we will see. So but that was that one. All right. But yeah, that was the technique which I decided to go for. We're doing the blending first and then the embossing afterwards. So that's the way we're going to do it. What we will do now...
That's the way.
What we're going to do now is clear away my sheet so I don't get any... Have I got inky fingers? I haven't got inky fingers, have I? Oh, got powder.
That means you haven't crafted enough.
No, I feel I'm quite a clean crafter, whereas Jay, on the other hand, you're quite a clean hand person, aren't you?
No.
No, okay.
Have you seen my fingers?
Fold and burnish your card base, and then what we would then do is we would then just stick this directly onto it. Well, I'm not going to stick it on just yet because I may ask you if you want a black layer, but we'll make that decision afterwards, once you've seen what I'm going to do next with some embossing, and we'll ask you. So what I'm going to do is I have got myself some black cardstock and I've got myself some basic whites, and I'm going to be using the Amazing Thanks dies. He says, if I can open it. It's because Jay must have taken something out of these already, and it's all gone. The tape's all gone and stuck to it. There we go. So I'm going to be using Thanks right here.
I'll put it.
Put it back. Do you want that one there? Thank you. All right, so we're going to grab the mini. Grab some scissors just to cut this down to size so it goes through my machine a little bit easier. There we go. And I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to cut Thanks out. So you've got on the Amazing Thanks dies, you've got an outer and you have an inner. So I'm going to cut the outer, which is going to be a solid Thanks in black. Yes, Mandy, ultra thick clear embossing powder. If you've got something like that, that will do, yeah. And then I'm going to then take the other one and I'm going to, yeah, if you haven't got any like double thickness embossing powders, you can do a technique which is you can do double and triple embossing, but you're going to need to make sure that you stamp it in exactly the same position every single time. So you'll need a Stamparatus. You'll have to ink it, do your heat embossing, and then ink it again, pop it back in the same position, ink it again with your Versamark, then heat emboss again if you're doing triple, and vice versa, so on. So for a card like this, it'll probably take you a long time to do something like that, but it is doable with techniques. So yeah, that would be like a double or triple embossing, and you just layer the embossing powder on top of the embossing powder, heat set it in, and it just gets bigger and bigger and deeper. It's quite a nice technique. Okay, and then I've got the white here, which is the Thanks, which is the inner, and that there is gonna go on my Thanks. Okay, so let's just remove those for a moment.
Do you need anything?
I don't think I do just yet. Okay, and then that then is then going to go on like that, right there. So my question to you, this is a poll for you now. Do you want me to pop a black layer around this? So this is like what it's going to go like. and then we're going to then pop that on like that. Do you want it a white layer, or shall I pop a black layer behind it?
What, black or white?
Black, yeah, or
Vellum?
no, don't want vellum. Black or white, so you're kind of like going to have it
So white and white.
like that. So either black cardstock or no black. Okay, so Jason's going to pop a poll up there. Let us know what you think, what you want. Ooh, sugar plum fairies. Okay, so I'll cut the mat down just in case, because obviously it's handy to have, but I would cut it down, but somebody's pinched my trimmer, I think. We do need another trimmer. Okay, so if I'm going to do this, I'm going to cut this down. I'm preempting that you're all going to say with black. Yeah, I thought you might do actually. So, so I cut that down to 9.5. So I'm going to take that to 9.67, 9.8. So I'm taking it 1/8 of an inch bigger. So which, and that one there was 13.6. So I'll take that to 13.9. So 3 millimeters is approximately, it's 1/8 of an inch. Okay, and then that will then give us, if we're going to go with that one, will give us a black layer. But whilst we're doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to stick my thanks to my thanks. Alright, so we will carefully just add some glue dots on here. Now I could have used the adhesive sheets, but actually on this one I decided not to, because I got myself in a bit of a pickle last time I used it on there. It was okay, but because it's quite an intricate die on this one here, and there's enough solid points for some glue to go onto it. If you slightly misstick it one side, because it's quite flexible, I had a few issues with it. So, but that doesn't mean to say that you won't. Adhesive sheets are great, but just, yeah, I got myself in a bit of a pickle. So I'm just going to go there, and then I'm just going to then stick that down. Like that, and then hold it in place just for a second or two. And then that there has now given me this lovely black outline around my thanks. Then what we'll do is I will grab myself some of the black Stampin' Dimensionals. I think these are perfect for this style of thing, because we can, because we're going on black, obviously it just blends in a bit more. And we're just going to pop these on the largest points. Like so. Like that. And then we may need to just grab your snips out and then just take some small ones off here, just so we can then do that on that thinner part. Okay, so what's the decision, Jay? Is it I think it was with black. Alright, so I'm happy with that one right there. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this down first then, because it looks like we're going to go with black. So thank you all so much. I have got, my prototype is without black, so you can see it without black as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sentiment. I put sentiment layer.
Oh, okay. No, I meant the whole thing.
I see.
So I hope I haven't. I hope we haven't confused you.
But you showed it. I couldn't
Yeah.
see it. My.
That's fine. So we've got that there, and then we can then go ahead and we can then stick this to the card base. So it's quite a simple card, this one, but there's the techniques there. So you've got your embossing techniques, which is great. We're crafters. We like to play. Okay, and then that's going to go on like so. And then it really only needs a sentiment on here, which is why I've done it. And obviously you've got some nice sentiments in there. You've got amazing as well. There is another set which is available, which is the word wishes dies, which is these ones right here, which you've got all of these different styles of things. So if you like this technique but you want to do something different, you can do something for Easter, Mother's, Father's Day, Happy. There's other things on here as well. So you've got Happy Day, Merry Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's, Easter, Mother's, Father's, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and St. Patrick's. So you can make up your own combination. You can just go Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas or Happy New Year, New Year's Day. You can do all sorts of things on here. So it's a way of just you've got a bit more, but you don't have the outer. You only have the wording. So it's not like on this one where you've got a black layer going around the outside of it, or you can do a thicker layer. If you're going to do that, you're going to need to do some fussy cutting if you want to do that. Okay, so that's that one. What I'm going to do now is I will then stick this to the card. These black ones are a lot stickier, aren't they, than the white ones? Okay, so just take your backings off. Can't get the backing off of that one. So I've recently cut my nails, my fingernails, and I've got nothing to grab onto now. Alright, and then we will then just position that like so, going across. And that come out that blue strip. Like that. Okay. And that's how that can go in. Then just to finish this card off, we can then grab your Wink of Stella. Now a great technique is that we're just going to then just colour in some of these flowers. So I'll just give you show you what I mean there, and it darkens them, so you can see there it's not glittering and it is glittery. So we're going to go round and we're just going to then just colour some of this in, and like I say, it darkens the blue as well, so it makes it pop that little bit more. What you do need to be aware of though is obviously because you've got ink blending on here, it will pick up some of the ink and will travel, so just bear that in mind. So I'm just going to go around and just do a couple. I'm not going to do every one. So have you got an idea, Jay?
Yeah, I was going to do one in green.
Okay, so Jay's going to come on and do the second card for you this evening.
Hopefully everyone likes green.
You're going to have it in green. So shall I show you my other one then?
Yes.
Okay. So go round and so this is where the stronger the blending is. So it's going to pick up more. So just be aware of it. And it's a great way of adding your bling to your card without actually adding any more dimension or weight to it. So, Stella brush. Pat, I know you're on here. I'm sure you've probably got lots of these, haven't you? Can you see how it's darkening it down as well? It just takes that Pacific point to a slightly darker tone. And let's just do this one. So this is going right onto it. So this could bleed a little bit, so just be aware of it.
Hi Leslie, she asked, did you white emboss or white stamp?
White emboss. Is our Leslie? Yes. Yes, it's white. It's white embossing powder, Leslie. We'll see. It probably would have been better if I did this before I stuck it down, but hey ho. Okay, and then I'm just going to intensify this a little bit. I'm just going to go over it just quickly one more time just to give it another layer of bling. And that just darkens it just a little bit further so it just pops off the page. And then we are done, and I'm going to show you a second card, or I'll show you the original, and then I will then show you another idea which I had with it, which is using exactly the same, just changing the colours and the sentiments. There we go. And that bling shows up really well, especially on that darker areas. Hopefully you can see that on camera. Can you see that there? And can you see the bling which that has just popped onto that? So that you can see it on this one over here perfectly. Just add some nice bling, and it just makes those. So it makes some of those other flowers just pop off of that page just that little bit more. So that there is my card. So my original was that one there, so I've done it a different way round. I've still done the strip more in the centre, and I've got a landscape version of it. So that was that one there which I did, and I also
I don't know where you put it. Is it underneath?
I did have the one which I could show you, but I don't know where I've put it.
I didn't move it.
Didn't move it. Jay's going to do it.
If I find it, I give it to you.
That's fine. I'll look for it. We'll show it at the end. So, and I have got another one as well, which is somewhere. It's not a full card either, Jay. It's it's just a layer. Okay, I will find it and I will show you at the end where it is. I did knock my pot off, so maybe it's fallen in the bin. No, I don't know. Okay, so I hope you like that. I'm going to hand you over to Jay now, and he's going to do something else for you as well.
Show it later.
Yeah, okay, we'll show you that one later on. I'll just quickly do it now.
Yeah, that would be 1 point because I found it.
No, it was. I would have found it eventually.
No, you wouldn't have.
There we go, and I did one there as a Valentine, so I did exactly the same thing, same principle. Popped it on there, and then I've used those word wishes dies here, and then I've just done the Valentines, and then I've stamped happy from another set, and I've done that. So you can then turn that into a nice Valentine's Day card using the same technique right there. No, Mandy, that isn't a one. It was right by the side of me, and I didn't ask him to get it. I would have found it eventually.
Anyway.
So there we go. We'll see, we're going to start a tiff now. So what do you think? That one there is the Valentine's one.
Amazing.
But the thanks there all year long. Lovely. So, J1, yes.
I've won. I won last month, thank you.
All right, I'm going to hand you over to Jay, and I'm going to take some stuff with me.
No.
I'm going to take that.
Don't be mean.
He's doing heat embossing. I'm going to take that with me. Right, enjoy.
Amazing. I do love the Pacific Point. Was that one? That one?
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, so you could add more bling.
Yes, you
If
could
you
do on that one
want.
there. Are you using blue?
No. So so great technique with heat embossing and ink blending just to add depth to the colored card. So I thought I'll change it up slightly, maybe slightly step it up. I've got an idea. I don't know how it'll work. And the idea is basically the same, using the same techniques in green to change it up as well, because I knew that Barry had a sample with real red. So I'm gonna go Granny Apple Green, really bright, and the inspiration actually came from the DSP that comes with the bundle. So this one, so I'm gonna try and do something with that. So I'll just put that aside before I mess that up, Barry. The ink I'll be using is Shaded Spruce. So I'll be using the same technique as mentioned, but I'll be concentrating more on the flowers, and probably I'll see if I need that one. So I'm gonna, and this way I know Barry ink blended first. I'm gonna ink blend after, just so you can see. I know that he showed you difference, but I'll do it before. I'll do it after for my card. Well, I'm just gonna make sure that that's all covered up, and I'm gonna first use Versamark. Did you move it? No. I was like, oh no, he moved stuff. I'm just gonna get paper. So pretty much the same. I'm gonna also use the other die that was in the set. So ink this up. I wasn't actually watching Barry. What did he do? Corner. I believe this is the same dimension as Barry's. 9.5. Yeah. Oh no, look, did that actually do anything? Yes.
It's hard to see.
It is hard to see. So I'm just gonna do the corners. Press a lot harder, that looks better. Hopefully that's work, but if not, it should be fine. We'll see. Right, let's have a look at this one. Where are you gonna go? I'll add that after. Okay, cool. So instead of doing the white, I'm gonna add in clear. So where is my clear? Clear. There we go. We'll go with that one first. Yeah, that works. And I'm just gonna add clear on all of those. Because yes, the friendly hello, it's me. The friendly hello bundle with the stamp set and DSP is only available until the end of February. So, and it's free. So make sure you get it. But once you've used up the DSP, I wanted to kind of like see how we can recreate that look. I'm gonna heat emboss. Cover your ears now. because it's the clear, it darkens the paper as well. You're right. So now I'm gonna use Versamark to fill it in. Okay, because it's an outline stamp, I wanted it filled in to save me from fussy cutting like the stamp image. That's, well, I kind of like a workaround in a way. Now you can use your I haven't tried it with craft white ink. I'm actually gonna use it with Versamark and either water painter, or I used up blender pen dipped in Versamark ink. Let's have a look. Because yes, Stampin' Up has got the refill. If you're using your water painter, just put it on a block as well, or you can use the blender pen to kind of like get into closer detail of that. What did Manda say? So I'm just gonna do a drop. Now, obviously, with this being quite a load of images on there, it may be a bit too much to do if you're doing a full sheet. So I don't know how you feel about fussy cutting, or I don't know how you feel about coloring in, but this is kind of like, this is the idea that I had. Or what you could do is, if you don't want, you can always just do, I'm gonna add a bit of water because just to make it you just want it slightly sticky, but do make sure that you clean your stamps brush. What you could do is you can just cover the whole thing up and don't worry about the details in each petals, or just do certain areas that is easy to do. I just thought, oh, how can I do it? But I didn't think of like time-wise, as usual. So I'm just going in, filling that in. You can even leave some areas green if you want to, or untouched, so then it gives it different look. I'm gonna cover this up in white in a second just to see if the idea actually works.
We've not done this idea yet.
No, I haven't. I'm just like, how do I do it? Because I did like the way that you've done it, or you could use filled up whatchamacallit, stamps already, would be easier. But if you have a line stamp, this is kind of like a workaround. Let's see how that would look. What are you doing with, is that Suki?
Yes,
I could hear you.
Suki's very kissy tonight.
Is she?
Man, this dog's eaten 5 of her stamps.
Oh no.
Shoot off them.
Right, so that one is that one. So this is with the water painter. I'll try another way on the other side, which I think will be easier with a blender pen and ink and the refill. Right, that's done. Now I'm gonna go over with the white. Let's have a look if this will work. Ish. didn't so I must have added too much water on that. If I just cover it, I'm gonna heat emboss it from underneath, so cover your ears now. So it's lost its definition there because I didn't take it off. I wanted to cover it and I didn't take off the excess. So I'm gonna do it another way.
Thank you, Angie.
Oh, thank you so much, Angie. Amazing. But I quite like it. Looks like the artistic art gallery flower where it added those what you call it, texture. So the other way is, where's my, now I've used this before, but again you can do the same with your blender pens. Shall I we hardly use our blender pens, Barry. Shall I try and do it with the blender pen?
Yeah.
Just so I can show. So the blender pen is this one. I think this is our most used one, but oh well. Again, I'm gonna add re-inker. Let's see if this one will work. And pick that up. I'm actually just gonna color it like that so it looks like sketchy. Ooh, okay then. And it'll probably faster for for you all. There we go. That looks okay. So I'm just going in from the outside of the petal and dragging the Versamark inwards. Hopefully you can see. So it'll leave the middle bit green and the color of the cardstock, as well as the clear emboss. And the blender pen comes in packs of 3, I believe. It's been a while since we got it, so you can, once you've finished one, try and get another one. Don't bin it. Try this technique with it. I'm gonna leave that and probably do a bit of the middle bit, just so there's a bit of separation, because that looked a bit funky, didn't it? You're probably thinking, what the hell is that? But I really like it. I don't know. I just right. Let's try this one, and then if it doesn't work, shall we scrap the life? So that's covered it a lot more. Okay, I'm gonna hit emboss again. Cover your ears. so you can see the difference. That's more spray textured, shall I say. That's more really controlled, and it kept the middle bits white as well. So I'll do contrasting one, so at least it doesn't look too bad. He says. Because that one I'll do on this side. So again, I'm gonna use the. You alright? Every now and then I can hear you sigh, or so I'm just like, okay, am I taking too long?
Just me.
Deep breath. You're just doing that now. Also, you can add dots in the middle as well. Oh no, I didn't prepare it first. Hopefully it'll be fine. Go, and underneath here, and it's literally just dragging the Versamark on there. I'm gonna add a bit of dotting in the middle. See how that looks, because I think that's a bit too dark there. So yeah, this card is more of a experiment. But I hope you like it. You alright?
Oh yeah, I've got a Versamark pen. People are talking about the Versamark pen online, so I didn't know if you wanted to show it.
Oh, okay. Yes. I find I would use that one. Ours is a bit funky now. It's okay. Let's see how that works. I'm not too sure. It doesn't look as wet as what I've been doing. Oh, I was gonna dot, wasn't I? Dot it like it's hot. Right, let's see. Last one. Yeah, so you can see with the full ink Versamark pad and the blender pen, it covered it a lot more. I use our Versamark thing marker, and it didn't cover it as much. Oh no. Oh, I'm just gonna do it. And it's not like it was dry, that marker. So right, I'm gonna heat emboss again now. Okay, final one. And because it's embossed, it's shiny. It looks like gloss paint. Glossy. Right, let's have a look. Are you sticky? Are you still sticky? And how did I do the first one? Really sketchy. Now this one, because the brush is a lot more longer or flexible, I think that's where the the texture comes from. But I'm just gonna cut here, carry on. Is there some more? Do I need more? And I think because it's cold water, it made the ink slightly, or the refill, reinker, not as mixable with water. I can feel it there. And this one. Oh, look, it added the dots. Okay, I'm gonna do that after. I'll continue with the dots. Please work. Okay, that worked. Okay, that didn't. It lost its sticky. But again, what I'm gonna do is cover it. Don't flick it too hard. And I'm gonna hit emboss again. Cover your ears. So which one do you prefer? The blender pen, water painter?
You've got a mixture going on there, haven't you?
Yeah, I just wanted to, it was an experiment. I wanted to see if it will work. Make sure that it's dry. I will add the dots because I like the dots, so I'm just gonna prepare those again. And I'm gonna add the dots with another bit. Four, five. What's five? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. And then, why did I do that? Shall I add some flourish just in between? Why not? Ooh! Sorry. Ooh! I just thought of another way. Right. That didn't work, did it? That's gonna be funky there. I didn't press hard enough. Right, white. Where are we? I'm talking to Suki. So there's a lot of embossing on there, but you look, the top is like massive. Well, it doesn't look massive, but there's plenty in there. So you don't have to be too stingy. There you go. So we have those. Hit emboss again. Cover your ears. Now, does that look nice? Shiny. For the splatter, you can use your water painter and the Versamark. Shall I do that? I need to emboss again. I'm gonna leave it there, but so yes, so if you have, would it just work? Have I got, yeah. Or just do craft white ink and then splatter it. It will need a lot to whatchamacallit, to dry or heat emboss it as well. So I won't add the splatter now actually, so I'll just finish up. I will add some ink blending on there, and then with the shaded spruce, and then we can finish up.
You're not actually going to make a card out of it?
Huh? Yeah. And finish the card.
Oh, okay.
What do you like? So I'm gonna go, whatchamacallit that, landscape. We actually had shaded spruce ink refill. Will you work? Okay, I'm gonna go this way. It's a lot longer to travel, and you can see that it's doing the ink, but hopefully it does. I'll wet it in a sec. Hopefully it won't stay too low on there, but that's fine if not. Or just concentrate in the middle. That's all right. Right. Will you come off? Oh, it has stained it. Ooh, that one's slightly wet. Let's have a look. So water painter, just wet your, whatchamacallit, kitchen towel, tissue.
Kitchen paper.
Kitchen roll. We were talking to Krista and she was like, what's kitchen towel?
Kitchen roll.
Kitchen roll. Because it belongs to the kitchen. But this one is craft roll, I guess. So there you go. So I just added a bit of water, and because it has got a bit of tinting on there slightly, but I think that worked okay. I've got the same, see, look, inky fingers. The same matte and layer shaded spruce, and I'm just gonna add that on to there. What's the time? Another long one. Thank you so much for joining us and staying on. Ooh. So I'm just gonna matte layer. I've gone ahead and die cut the sentiment. So I've used the same die set as what Barry did, which is Amazing Thanks dies. Yes, baby white would also work. Thank you, Anne. Yeah. But we don't have baby wipes.
No,
Pre-chamois we used to, but it just, because it's so wet, it goes everywhere. So that's why in our in-person class we've kind of like banned it. Not banned, but we can like say use a chamois or a scrub because the baby wipe, it leaves your hands wet, your stamps wet, and your surface working area wet, so the ink just goes everywhere.
It transfers. Like,
It transfers. Yeah.
And then everyone would go, "Why have I got inky fingers on it?" It's baby wipes.
Well, that's what we kind of like say anyway. So it is a bit more textured, I say. I've gone ahead and done the same as what Barry did. I used the Amazing on there, so I'm gonna have that there. I will add another sentiment on there from the Friendly Hello. So Amazing Birthday, or you could do something else. But as I was using as I've already got this set and I've used the stamp on it, I'm gonna use that. So you do have the black as well, basic black marker, and I'm gonna stamp just the birthday. Or if you want to heat emboss it even more, you can do. What am I gonna stamp it on? Now that is the question. Right, I should have paper. Where's my saddle?
Bye, Betty.
Bye, Betty. Oh, thank you so much, Sylvia.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go with soft seafoam. I'll see how it stamps. Oh wow. Okay, soft seafoam. I don't have any offcuts of soft seafoam. I'm gonna have to use a big one. Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna huff on it. And then, are you straight? Oh. Oh no, I didn't clean it. Annoying. Is that acceptable? I'm gonna cut it anyway. Are you drinking?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Water, juice, not drinking other drink. All I could hear was his water bottle gurgling. There you go.
Try not to slip.
So nearly done. I'm gonna add that on. It looks like a horizon, doesn't it? Amazing birthday. So before I add that on, I will add. Ooh. Sorry, I keep going ooh. Ooh,
I nearly did it.
Huh?
I nearly did it.
Oh, did you? What's? Oh no. That was from there. I will just add linen thread. I was gonna add the baker's twine, but I'll just do linen thread for a different look or color, I guess. I think we need some more linen thread. We didn't order any.
Really? So we need Wink of Stella.
We need Wink of Stella anyway, so we will. So just one or two. We'll do two. Let's not be stingy. I normally am. Baker's twine is a lot thicker as well, or you could separate them out, I guess. There we go. So I'm gonna add that on. I'm so messy, look. to clean after. Maybe try this on the Pacific Point, because I do love the Pacific Point as well as most of you do. I'm just gonna add that. And that's just gonna go onto there. Nice a lot. Yeah. And did you use black? Oh. Black. And take a pick. Where are you? Did you put the... Oh, yes, you did. Alright, I'm just gonna add this on. And then we're pretty much done. Don't forget, if you want to win Barry's gorgeous card, pop in a comment if you haven't done so already. And we'll do the random draw soon. You alright?
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully you'd like to win this card as well. Pop in another comment on the main comment section. Where's that gonna go? There. And I'll just cut that in half, because that can go there, and then the other. Do you have something to share? I do have a card to share as well.
We're going to show Untitled Chapter.
Yes, that's it. So, right, I'm just going to take this off. It is a lot stickier.
Yeah.
Ooh. I had another idea with, not the black, but the white foam strips. But I haven't done it yet. Or adhesive sheets. And just on white. With, not neon, but maybe, well, Magenta Madness is kind of like neon, isn't it? Amazing. Are you in the middle? Oh no, I want it higher. Too high. And then that one. Let's do 2. So if you're gonna go there, I just want you at the bottom. There you go. Oh, oh, tweezer would be better. There, and sorry, I have to add bling. I didn't use Wink of Stella, so I have to, right? I'm allowed. I think that one, iridescent. It is too big. Like, that is huge. That would be good for like 3D projects. It's massive, isn't it? Paris is like, just finish up. I'm nearly done. You can't really see it, but it's there. It's like a hidden gem in the card.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Love it. Puts mine to shame.
No, yours is even more better than mine.
Even more better.
Even more better. Is that not English? Much better. That's it. Even more better. Right, yes. So come in, Barry. There's space for you.
There is space. So yes, if you would like to win, what card would you like me to bring over for you for the?
I've got
Sorry,
one here,
you got it
and
there.
you got your fun fold.
I'll bring that over.
Yes. So yes, so amazing techniques again with embossing, heat embossing. Is it clear? I'm just pushing out. Heat embossing, ink blending, and adding depth using Wink of Stella on there. Free Sale-a-bration item, or you can use line stamps. What line stamps are there? I think Blessings of Home. There's a bit of shading on there, but that is lovely. And inspired by Barry's card and the DSP, I've stepped it up slightly with a bit more heat embossing. Now I did it in sections, but I'm sure you can do it all in one go, but using the same thing.
I'm really
there.
surprised of how this come out as well, and I saw some other comments. Can't remember who it was now. I think I want to say Anne. I think it was you. Saying that she's quite surprised at how well it's actually come out in the end, because I think at the beginning, like we said with that one over there, it doesn't look good, but you've persevered with it. But I think you've actually turned it into it.
Okay.
Everything is tied in together. Even like the imperfections over here doesn't matter because there's imperfections over there, so it kind of, and then it's a bit more blocky over here, but it's you've kind of made the whole thing work.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do the water painters again there, so to kind of like have it as to balance the really filled in against the textured one. So yes, so thank you.
Yeah, so I think it's worked out perfectly.
That.
So I'm just going to double check.
Whilst Barry's doing that, here is Barry's Fun Fold Friday. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out on our channel. And what did you call this again?
A
Trifold aperture card.
trifold aperture cards.
So using the same stamp set, Friendly Hello, with the DSP that comes as a bundle for free. So yes, amazing, and with a bit of dry embossing there. So yes, so great fold using DSP as well, and so you don't have to do fussy cutting. We have done a lot of these with fussy cutting, but it's quite nice that it's just stamped in the middle and it still makes it as a center piece at the front. I did do the fussy cutting for that, but you can just choose a label die and prop that on. Another Sale-a-bration item which we don't have is the Island Vibes. This image is for Island Vibes, and I mixed it up with
Island what?
Island Vibes. What am I saying? Shut up. How did I say it?
That's fine, just carry on.
Anyway, with another Simply Marvelous paper, so quite simple layout, and the stamp is distinctive. I've got a couple more projects with the Island Vibes stamp set. One with coloring, watercolor pencil coloring, and Stampin' Blends coloring. So check that out. Coming soon on our Instagram for the Inspire and Create with Stampin' Up Hop.
Good.
So let's go over.
Lovely. So we've got everyone's names in there. Now we've got 67 names in this evening. So well done, everyone. So we're going to pick a winner. So good luck. The winner of tonight, or the first card, is.
Well,
who's it going to be?
who's it gonna be?
Hey, Janice.
Janice! Congratulations, Janice. Do email us at barryandj@mitosocrafts.com and with your details, subject, heading, today's date, YouTube winner, and body should have your full address, including the country as well.
Excellent. So lovely. So well done there, Janice. That card is working its way to you. But if you'd like to win Jay's card, or a chance to win Jay's card, all you need to do is just come back and pop in another comment below the video or wherever it is, and then we will do the same thing. We will pick a winner for this one at the beginning of Wednesday's Wednesday's video. So at the very beginning, we always do a draw at the beginning and at the end. But we will be giving this one away on Wednesday, so do come back and pop another comment in. Separate to the comment you've already done in a live chat, come back and pop another comment in where you would normally comment on all your regular videos. So good. And Tommy has come up to say hello.
Yes, he's in between
Tommy
us.
is here.
Aww. So yes, thank you very much everyone for joining us and for the super chat stickers as well. We really appreciate your support and
Yes, just everything, just your support and your support. Yeah, staying with us and supporting us, and yeah.
yes. Thank you. Until next time. Take care, everyone.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.